Note for future reference, Kirk referred to Leonard McCoy, the ship's doctor, as Bones.
Bones? He's dead, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
It's established that he originally came from Georgia.
Hiya, Jimmy boy. Hey, I've taken care of everything. Now, all y'all got to do is just relax. Doctor's orders.
A guy, a homespun doctor, a country doctor, that had come aboard for one reason or another, some disappointment in his life, brought him aboard into the service. He was not written as your military man.
Well, for a man who swore he'd never return to Starfleet.
Just a moment, Captain, sir. I'll explain what happened. Your revered Admiral Nagura invoked a little-known, seldom-used reserve activation clause. In simpler language, Captain, they drafted me.
I think he was bringing him in as the conscience of our king, or the catalyst, so to speak, between these two guys.
Spock, you haven't changed a bit. You're just as warm and sociable as ever.
Nor have you, Doctor, as your continued predilection for irrelevancy demonstrates.
Gentlemen.
Spock to him represented a computerized generation that was taken. Everything was so far out. He hated to see this kind of thing come about where people don't really care anymore, this cold way.
Perhaps we could cover a little philosophical ground.
I did not have time on Vulcan to review the philosophical disciplines.
Come on, Spock, it's me, McCoy. You really have gone where no man's gone before.
The fans used to refer to us in the series as a trinity.
Spock, Captain. Bones, Mr. Spock.
Jim. Who, me, Doctor?
Captain.
Spock.
In the way that they bounce off of each other, the way they interact with each other, we see the whole story.
You guys like Italian?
No.
Yes. No. Yes.
No.
Yes. I love Italian. And so do you.
Yes.
There's a very conscious attempt, obviously, to make these characters present one point of view, another point of view, and Kirk in the center kind of staggered between them.
Help me. Somebody make the decision.
Are you relinquishing your command, Captain?
No. No, I'm not. Well, then we can't help you, Jim. The decision is yours.
If you were to break up Hamlet's soliloquy, the most famous soliloquy probably in Shakespeare, it would be Spock saying to be, McCoy saying or not to be, and Kirk saying that is the question.
What is a man but that lofty spirit, that sense of enterprise?
Counselor's log. 3 distinctive personalities that seem in a way to form a whole. Personal log. To have been a counselor on that ship would have been a very interesting experience. Counselor's personal log. Stardate 45342.1. Still trying to gain insight into our crew's relationships by looking back on the crew of Captain James T. Kirk. Computer, access files on Enterprise A command crew.
Mr. Scott, your old space talk. You're well.
I had a wee bout, sir, but Dr. McCoy pulled me through.
Wee bout of what?
Surely that.
Whatever James Doohan is, that's what Scotty is. Scotty's 99% James Doohan, but, and 1% accent.
Mr. Scott, have you always multiplied your repair estimates by a factor of 4?
Certainly, sir. How else can I keep my reputation as a miracle worker?
Well, gracious, I was 44 years old when I started, It's just kind of fun to see myself so young.
Bridge to engineering. Pulling away from the sun weakened them, sir. They may blow apart if I reverse.
Aft thrusters.
Thank you, Lieutenant. 1/4 impulse power. Aye, sir.
He's in
in his engine room, but he's not always in his engine room. He has so many other things to do, and his engines are working perfectly, of course. As a matter of fact, I think just about everybody was very happy with what they're doing, particularly George. He's now captain of his own ship.
This is Captain Sulu, USS Excelsior. We stand ready to assist you.
At long last, high tide, and believe me, it feels great.
I have an energy wave at 240 degrees Mark 6 port, sir. Visual.
To be that motive power, the guy that makes that scene happen, the guy that gives the command, everything around him, happens as a result of what the captain does. And I'm him.
Stand! No, father.
The steadiness, the reliability, and absolute competence of Sulu. But he also brought a little dash, a little swashbuckle, a little panache.
Don't call me tiny.
We saw an intense and negative aspect of Sulu in Mirror, Mirror, and that's that rapacious scene with Uhura.
Still no interest, Uhura? I could change your mind.
You are away from your post, mister.
Unfortunately, the dumb twit rejected him.
Well, she said a hell of a lot more than hailing frequencies open. Hailing frequencies open. She has matured nicely.
Galloping around the cosmos is a game for the young doctor.
Now, what is that supposed to mean? I see her moving on, possibly as head of all communications. And then she can tell the whole universe where to go.
Yes, Captain! Hey! 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 We decided to bring onto the show a Russian navigator. After all, the cosmonauts were the first people to go into space, and they were also looking for somebody who they felt would appeal to the bubblegum set. I really, truly didn't believe that Star Trek film was ever going to really happen.
In the first Star Trek motion picture, we did not get to play a lot of personal drama. It was a movie that was about it, that thing out there. What does it want? Where is it going? What is it going to do? And what's going to happen to it? In Star Trek II, we were back to doing stories that engaged us as characters.
Get back your command. Before you really do grow old.
When it was suggested to me that Spock would die, I thought, boy, maybe it's time to end this.
Bones?
Better. Hurry.